The Dangote Fertilizer plant was commissioned by President Muhammadu Buhari on Tuesday, the 22nd of March 2022 at the Lekki Free Trade Zone in Lagos. Africa's granulated urea fertilizer plant, which promises to deliver 3.0 million tons of urea every year, occupies 500 hectares of land, making it the largest fertilizer plant in Africa and second largest in the world. The fertilizer plant is a new addition to the Dangote Group, the largest conglomerate in West Africa and one of the largest on the African continent, owned by Alhaji Aliko Dangote. The remarkable event proved to be a significant achievement for the country as it pulled a huge attendance of bigwigs in the political and business sectors. Among dignitaries present at the commissioning were the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, the host governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State, Governor of Ekiti State, Dr. Kayode Fayemi, Governor of Osun State, Chief Boyega Oyetola, Governor Darius Dixon Ishaku of Taraba State, Governor Abdullahi Sule of Nasarawa State, Governor of Borno State, Professor Babagana Umaru Zulum, Governor of Kebbi State, Abubakar Atiku Bagudu, Governor of Cross River State, Benayade, Minister of Trade and Industry, Otumba Niyi Adebayo, Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, former Ogun State Governor Chief Olusegun Oshoba, former National Chairman of the All Progressives Congress (APC), Adams Oshiomhole, Chief of Naval Staff Vice Admiral Awal Zubairu Gambo, the Chairman and CEO Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, Honorable Abike Dabiri Erewa, Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele, Chairman, Heirs Holding and founder of the Tony Elumelu Foundation, Mr. Tony Elumelu, former Chairman, Fort Oil and founder of Xenon Petroleum and Gas Limited, Femi Otedola, founder, Zenith Bank, Jim Ovia, the Chairman and CEO, Channels Television, John Momo and wife, Chairman and Editor-in-Chief of This Day Media Group and Arise TV, Prince Nduka Baigbena, founder of Eleganza Group of Companies, Chief Razak Okoya and wife, Chief Mrs. Folashade Okoya, former Executive Director, Nigerian Export Promotion Council, Mr. Segun Awolowo, the Chairman and CEO, Biscon Communications, Prince Dr. Bisi Olatilo, Chairman, Publisher and Chief Executive Officer of Guardian Newspapers, Lady Medini Bro, among many others. The Oni of Ife, Oni Adeyeye Ogunsi, was also at the event. The event, which was compared by Nigerian broadcast journalist and media consultant Eugenia Abu, began with an opening speech by the President, Dangote Group, Alhaji Aliko Dangote. In his remarks, he said the goal of the plant is to make fertilizer available in sufficient quantity for the farmers in Nigeria and beyond, as the products are already in the United States, Brazil, India, Mexico, and some parts of Africa.
It is my honor and pleasure to welcome you all to the commissioning of our 3 million tons of urea per annum Dangote fertilizer plant, sited at Dangote Industries Free Zone, Igbejuleki. The fertilizer complex, which occupies 500 hectares, is built at the cost of $2.5 billion. The new plant will make Nigeria self-sufficient in fertilizer production with excess capacity to export to other African markets and the rest of the world. Our products have already reached African markets and some to the United States, Brazil, India, and Mexico.
He went on to say that the fertilizer factory is a product of many years of partnership with like minds for growing the economy of the country, and said it will drastically reduce the rate of unemployment.
The sector has the potential of becoming the biggest source of income for our nation, providing employment and raw materials for industries. However, low fertilizer usage has been a major reason for low productivity in the sector. It is the common knowledge that non-availability of the product in quantity and quality rather than affordability is the primary constraint to use of fertilizer today. Our goal is to make fertilizer available in sufficient quantities and quality for our teeming farmers, assuring greater agricultural output. To help realize this potential, we are rolling out initiatives that will transform the agricultural sector, including extension services for all small and medium-scale farmers.
He specially recognized the Central Bank of Nigeria, its governor, Godwin Emefiele, for the immense support, the managing director of the NNPC, Malam Mele Kyari, for making available the gas needed for the production of the fertilizers, the Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Awal Zubairu Gambo, for providing security at the plant, and all other individuals and organizations for their immense contribution to the project. Alhaji Aliko Dangote ended his remarks by thanking his family and all guests that gathered to celebrate yet another Nigerian success story.
May I recognize and appreciate the Central Bank of Nigeria and my dear friend Governor Godwin Emefiele for his uncommon support and encouragement. The CBN under his leadership has extended tremendous support, especially during some very difficult stages, ensuring the attainment of today's milestone. I also appreciate our partner ministers, the Honorable Minister of State Petroleum Resources, the Honorable Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, the Honorable Minister of Industries, Trade and Investment, the Honorable Minister of Transport, and the Honorable Minister of Agriculture, and their various agencies, especially the Nigerian Ports Authority, for their support. I must appreciate the immense cooperation and support we have received from the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation. My amiable brother, Mr. Mele Kyari, the GMD of NNPC, has left no stone unturned to ensure the availability of natural gas, without which this milestone would never have been achieved.
This was followed by a well-detailed documentary on the Dangote fertilizer plant from inception. The Minister of Trade and Industry, Otumba Ni Adebayo, highlighted the great achievements and significance of the celebration of yet another milestone in Nigeria.
It gives me great pleasure to be here at this landmark event. This project is one that has been years in the making, the creation of Africa's largest granulated urea fertilizer complex. This is a great achievement, not just for the Dangote Group, but for Nigeria as a country. Alhaji Aliko Dangote is a man that has been commended for so much, both in Africa and globally. The thing that I admire most about him is his ability to dream big and make those dreams come to fruition.
Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, Dr. Mohammed Mahmoud Abubakar, said Nigeria is facing a serious challenge of low and insufficient fertilizer used by farmers. He commended the Dangote Group for yet another thoughtful idea to equip farmers, who he referred to as the feeders of the country.
With this plant, I believe this will be a game changer for this problem of fertilizer not being sufficient. I therefore congratulate Alhaji Aliko Dangote and the entire Dangote Group for what they have done to this country and beyond. Let me also emphasize that we have commenced the implementation of National Fertilizer Quality Control 2019 Act. We are currently registering all fertilizer players of all categories. After issuing the permit and certificate, we believe that this will enhance keeping track of the producers, exporters, sellers, and distributors, and to make sure that the quality of the fertilizer needed for the farmers of this country is being kept track of. Let me therefore use this medium to call on all the players to register with the Federal Ministry of Agriculture. Once again, let me congratulate Alhaji Aliko Dangote and Nigeria as well. Thank you.
The governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele, also commended Alhaji Aliko Dangote for sharing in Nigeria's dream to be self-sufficient for food production. He appreciated Nigerian businessmen and women who have made good use of the opportunity given to them, and specially recognized President Muhammadu Buhari for consistently clamoring for a self-producing country.
Ladies and gentlemen, this Dangote fertilizer plant, with an installed capacity of over 3 million tons per annum, is a very significant feat in the diversification agenda of this administration. This is because it will help to increase the value chain in the petrochemical and allied sector, create jobs for our youth, and boost agricultural productivity. Mr. President, time permitting, we request you to take a tour of not only this fertilizer plant, but also the Dangote refinery and petrochemical plant, which altogether is an investment of over $17.5 billion. At this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank Alhaji Aliko Dangote, as well as the board and management of the Dangote Group, for this gigantic project meant to save Nigeria from the stress of importing foreign exchange for fertilizer.
The host governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State, in his remarks, assured the Dangote Group that the soon-to-be-commissioned rice mill plant in Lagos will patronize the Dangote fertilizer plant. He acknowledged Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu for the idea of the Lekki Free Trade Zone on which the plant is built, and thanked Alhaji Aliko Dangote for using his wealth and entrepreneurial skills to add value to the society and create employment for Nigerians.
Today, we're here to hand over and to commission the biggest fertilizer plant in the whole of Africa. Just last week, you and I, when I was with you in the UK, we discussed some of the things that you said you wanted to leave behind. How are we treating youth unemployment? How are we ensuring that we can produce what we need to hit? And how are we ensuring that indeed our youth, we can give them the rightful employment? This was just a week ago. Mr. President, this is a testament of some of the concerns that you have last week when you and I were discussing. And I did mention to you that you'll be invited to Lagos in another 2 months to commission the largest rice mill in the country as well. But it's not just that we're commissioning the rice mill, it's that the fertilizer and urea that is coming out of the Dangote fertilizer here will be utilized by the farmers that you are always concerned about, by the youth that you want us to give employment to. And they will be utilizing the fertilizers, and they will be utilizing the rice mill that we will be commissioning very, very soon.
He ended by encouraging investors to consider Lagos State in their investment plans, as the state is more than willing to partner with them.
And finally, it's truly, really to thank all of you. I should like to thank you for the vision, to say that indeed what this whole neighborhood is about, it's about ensuring that we can double and we can quadruple the GDP of our country, that we can provide jobs and opportunity for the teeming youths that we have, and we can give them a hope that Mr. President continues to talk about. Mr. President, I want to thank you again for creating the time to be here today. We will be inviting you again in another 2 months to come in and commission the very first again in our community. And finally, to thank you for giving us your other executive order 7 on the road that we'll be doing, you know, the major road out of this place. Alhaji forgot to mention it because we've been working on this road for a long time and you've given us the approval for it. And so we will be doing the road here, and the state government also will be asking you to come and commission the 18.7 kilometer, the 6-lane, you know, rigid pavement that we'll have on the other side of it, such that the experience that we're having in Apapa will certainly not be the part of experience that will be happening here. We're ready for business. Lagos is open for future investment. Thank you all very much for coming.
President Muhammadu Buhari, in his remarks, acknowledged the unwavering show of patriotism displayed by Alhaji Aliko Dangote. He congratulated Alhaji Aliko Dangote for the milestone achievement and pledged to support the growth of the plant, especially in terms of easy transportation.
Invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, I am delighted to commission this new Dangote fertilizer plant, which has installed capacity of 3 million metric tons of urea per annum. That makes it the second largest of such plants in the world. This fertilizer plant is expected to further advance our administration's drive towards achieving self-sufficiency in food production in the country. I commend the Chairman, Board and Management of Dangote Industries Limited for their business initiative in capitalizing and building this plant to reduce our dependence on importation of fertilizer, create jobs on a massive scale, increase the inflow of foreign exchange, and accelerate economic growth. This new plant is a renewed testament to the widely acknowledged patriotism of Aliko Dangote and the leadership of Dangote Industries Limited. It also demonstrates their commitment to the socio-economic development of our country and the well-being of our people. I am confident that the investment in this plant will replicate the group's earlier exploits in the cement sector, where Dangote Cement holds the enviable record as our continent's largest cement producer, with footprints in 10 other African countries.
Discon Communications congratulates the President's Dangote Group, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, on the achievement of yet another milestone, the Dangote Fertilizer Plant.